Roma Hooper and I'm the founder and director of Make Justice Work. Make Justice Work is a campaign designed to raise awareness within the public and politicians about the cost of short-term prison sentences and their ineffectiveness at reducing reoffending, but as importantly, to really raise awareness about the value of a really good community sentence. One of the key issues for the campaign is to try and break down the misconception that the public and politicians and the media have that a community sentence is a soft option. It is not. If you had a school which was only turning out 20% of reasonable results, you'd think it failed. If you had a hospital that was actually 80% of people who were coming out were sicker than when they went in, you'd really want a major inquiry about it. We are not doing that in the criminal justice system. We accept that prison is there and that it works. And yet there's nothing to say that it does. It keeps people off the streets for a while, but they're going to go back. So it's a bit like saying, put someone in a hospital because they've got a really bad cold, mix them in with people who've got malaria and typhoid, do no treatment, don't do anything with them, but then let them out, but then haven't given them a doctor, we put them back into their community, but they'll be all right because they've been in hospital, that'll do the trick. It's not enough to put them inside. You've got to do more. The higher end of a community sentence offers a whole range of rehabilitation programs that address that person's behaviour. They can range from being tagged, which means that they can't go anywhere for 12 hours a day. They have to really look closely at the victim issues and face up to the fact of what they've done. They have to also work much more closely with their families to see whether there are issues around family relationships that are contributing to their behaviour. They'll have to look at their employment education issues. Some of those are pretty tough because so many of the people we're talking about will have relatively low levels of literacy, and they will have to do something to pay back to the community. So it's a whole wraparound service where they'll have to attend somewhere every single day, sometimes at a weekend. So this is not about just dipping in and out and turning up when they like, because if they don't turn up, they will get breached, they will go back to court, and they will get a custodial sentence. What we'll have all seen recently are the challenges that judges and magistrates have faced with the riots and making sure that appropriate sentencing is dished out. And particularly for many of the offences that were committed with the riots, who I think even the public would recognise were quite small, like stealing a bottle of water. So we need to bring in a really rational debate. If we are, though, going to get the confidence of the public, the media, politicians, magistrates, district judges and the police, we have got to listen to the voice of the victim. The victim would say initially, absolutely want to see somebody punished. You only have to talk to a victim for a very short period of time and they will then turn around and say, well actually, what I really want is for this not to happen again. A lot of these people will need a lot of help, but help that's only going to benefit ultimately the community from which they come from.